Now, in case you need to change your password, you can go to the Personalization tab and click Change Password. Enter in your old password, and then enter in your new password twice. Both of these fields are your new password. And click Submit. Assuming you entered in both passwords the same, you will get a message saying that your password has been successfully changed. There's also a basic search functionality found under UCC Search. This allows you to search by debtor name, SSN TIN, and filing number. If you select SSN TIN, it must be an exact match between the Social Security number entered and the debtor name entered. If you search by any of the others, the system will allow you to choose whether it starts with, for instance, I can search all the users whose name, all the debtors whose name starts with John. Or we could have selected contains John, in which case if it appeared in the middle name, it would have returned in this list. Or exact match if we wanted to search only a very specific John. Here are all the liens with matches to John. In this case, they all start with John in the debtor name column right here. This is the IFS number of any given lien, and we also can see the lien type and the index in which it is filed. I'm going to click on one of these IFS numbers. It is a hyperlink. This brings me to the Lien Info page. This will give me information of the lien as a whole. The initial filing of the lien will be recorded up here. So this date filed will be the start of the lien. It will be the same date filed as the initial financing statement. And this will show you the lapse date of the lien. The debtor and secured party information on the lien information page will show you all the currently active debtors and secured parties. After a debtor is deleted, they will no longer appear on the screen. However, they will still be searchable in our index and appear on UCC-11 search reports. However, this gives you an overview of who the active debtors are after debtors have been added, deleted, changed, etc. Down here is the filing information. This will show you the filing history. If this lien had multiple filings, they would all be listed here with the filing type, any actions that are more specific, such as debtor add or debtor change, if the filing type was an amendment, and the date that filing was filed. I can drill down and get more detail on these individual filings by, again, clicking on the hyperlink. Here, once again, we have a repeat of the lien information from the previous page, so we have an idea of the lien that this filing is filed on, but we are specifically looking at a file number. Had this been an amendment, this would be the amendment number right here and the IFS number right here. This information now on this screen will show you the specific debtor and secured party information that was entered on this filing. Filing type information will give you details on more specific filing types, such as debtor add, debtor delete, etc. And any collateral information that was entered during the filing, if the filing had collateral, will be printed here. UCC-11 searches may be performed by going to the UCC-11 item tab. There may be up to a 3-day period before receiving the report after processing it. Once you process it, you will have to wait, and when the report is ready, it will be deposited in your inbox, in the filing searches inbox, and you will receive an email alert saying that your report is ready. Here you would select the debtor, the file number of the SSN, how you want to search and refine this report, and general or specific, which will determine whether the search is general. Will search by a contains query, so any similar names to the debtor name that you enter will be returned. However, if you select specific, only exact IACA matches to that name will be returned. And in addition, you can refine the search by adding 1 or 2 cities. so that if you need to look for a debtor in a specific city, you can enter that city here, and only debtors that both match the debtor name by the search type and also are recorded as being in the city that you entered will be returned. Then after clicking continue, on the next screen, you would enter in the debtor name and click continue. And you may further refine your search by selecting any one of the indexes that the state records and groups filing by. You may also choose to refine by the filing status, whether the filings are unlapsed, lapsed, or unlapsed from a certain period to a certain period. So this first one is all unlapsed filings as of the date that you'd commit the search. This is all lapsed and unlapsed filings as of the date you commit the search. This is all unlapsed filings from the date that you enter. And this is all unlapsed filings from a given date to the current time that the search is run. And you may select information only, which gives you a text report in PDF format, though, of the data returned. You may select copies, which will only return the filing images, the acknowledgments, the PDFs, in a PDF in your report. So you will not get a data report. You will just get images of all the different filings, and information and copies, which will give you both a text report as well as copies of all the filing images. I need to select at least one of these selections. And click continue. I get to review all the choices that I've made and click continue. And this is the point where we can print our receipt. The actual search itself may take some time to process depending on various factors. When it is finished, it will be deposited into your inbox. Secured party search works exactly the same way, except you will be searching secured parties, and there is a payment screen at the end to make payment the same way we do for the filings. Also, Social Security number, obviously, is not an option here to search by. And this is the end of our introduction to the system. I hope everything was clear, and if you have any questions, please refer them to the Secretary of State's office, which will work with us, the vendor, in order to answer them and satisfy your curiosity and needs. Thank you very much.